Okay, so we're going to start. Vamos a empezar con parte 2 de los apuntes. We're going to start with part 2 of our LP, our Lección Preliminar notes. So this is the second page or the back of the first page if you printed it. So we're going to start with the verb tener. I think it cut it off on mine. Tener means to have. Okay. And the forms of tener, to say I have, you have, etc. The yo form is tengo, T-E-N-G-O. The tu form is tienes, to mean you have. The el, ella, usted form, tiene. So again, tengo is I have. Tienes, you have. Tiene is he or she has. Okay, nosotros form. Tenemos, that means we have. Tenéis in Spain, it's like saying y'all have. And tienen. All right, tenemos, tenéis, tienen. Okay. Again, you can always put your subject pronouns in front. Yo, tu, el, ella, or usted, depending on who you're talking about. Nosotros, vosotros, ellos, ellas, ustedes in front of that, if you want to emphasize or clarify who you're talking about. And again, the forms of tener are tengo, tienes, tiene, tenemos, tenéis, tienen. Okay? We use tener to talk about things we have and we have to do. We also use it for your age. So have to do, and age, because you have years in Spanish, not aren't years. Okay? So for example, yo tengo pelo castaño. Castaño is I have brown hair. Ella tiene una hermana. She has a sister. So that would translate to she has a sister. Okay. All right, tener plus que plus an infinitive. So form of tener plus the word que plus an infinitive. I know you're wondering what's an infinitive. An infinitive is an unconjugated verb. It's a verb that ends in AR, ER, IR. It's like hablar, comer, vivir, beber, escribir. It's a verb that you just leave it in its most basic form. And again, you know it's an infinitive if it ends in AR, ER, or IR. If you see those physical letters, it's a verb infinitive. So you still have the conjugate tener. Ellos tienen que, they have to escuchar. Notice it ends in AR because it's an infinitive. En la clase, they have to study in the class. So again, tener que plus an infinitive means you have to do something. Nosotros tenemos que hacer la tarea. So that would mean we have to do the homework. Again, nosotros tenemos que is like have to, hacer to do, and then la tarea is homework. All right, so that's tener. Tengo, tienes, tiene, tenemos, tenéis, tienen. Don't forget, we'll have lots of practice once we're finished with these notes. All right, another irregular verb is the verb gustar. We use gustar to talk about things that we like. Okay? Your forms of gustar, I forgot to put a little chart here. Here are your forms of gustar. You have me gusta, te gusta. So me gusta is I like, te gusta is you like, le gusta with an L is he or she or you formal like, nos gusta is we like. In Spain, os gusta is y'all like. And then they or you all like is les gusta. So again, me te le, nos os les gusta. I like, you like, he or she likes, we like, y'all like, they like, or you plural like. With gustar, your subject pronouns may be a little different. So for example, you would never say yo me gusta, you would say a mí That's the M-I, me gusta, okay? Instead of saying tu te gusta, you would say a ti te gusta. And so on and so forth. For the rest of them, it's pretty easy. For like he, she, and usted, you would say a él, a ella, a usted, le gusta. And same here, a nosotros nos gusta, a vosotros os gusta, a ellos les gusta, a ellas les gusta, a ustedes les gusta. Basically, you have that a, the letter A in front of it, because gustar literally means pleasing to. So it's pleasing to me, to you, to him, to her. Do you have to have this part? No. Okay? So, and that's an A. Looks like a E. So me gusta, te gusta, le gusta, nos, os, and les gusta. All right. Some examples. Me gusta la sopa. That means I like soup. Te gusta bailar. You like to dance. Me gustan los jugos. I like, let's change, because that sounds a little strange. Let's say, let's say los libros. Let's change that to libros. So that means I like the books. Now notice, because books are plural, gusta changes to gustan. Okay? So whenever you like something that's plural, like pencils, pens, papers with an S on it, you have to add it into gusta. Nothing else changes, just make sure it's gustan instead of gusta. Okay? One more irregular verb for this part. The verb ir. Ir means to go. You're going to know this verb from Spanish 1, and you don't even realize it. All right, to say I go, it'd be yo, voy. To say you go, tú, vas. He, she, or you formal go or goes, va. So él va, ella va, usted va. To say we go, vamos. Y'all go in Spain, vais. And then van for ellos, ellos, ustedes, they or you plural go. Don't forget, you can always put your subject pronouns in the front. Yo, tú, usted, él, ella. Nosotros, vosotros, ustedes, ellos, ellas. Voy, vas, va, vamos, vais y van. Voy, vas, va, vamos, vais y van. Those are all your going words. Okay? When I say ir a plus like a location, when I say ir, right here, I'm talking about these forms of the word, the verb ir to go. That means like you're going to a place. So yo voy a la tienda, I'm going, or I go to the store. Okay? And remember, a plus L always equals all. It's a contraction. So whenever you say a plus L to the, it turns into all. So again, the verb ir means to go, and the forms of it are voy, vas, va, vamos, vais, y van. All right, you can also use ir for the future, and there's actually a little future activity in this week's assignment. So you're gonna see this come back. So when I say ir a plus a verb or infinitive, again, an infinitive is an unconjugated verb, just like up here. So whenever you use a verb, a form of ir plus a plus an infinitive, that means you're going to do something. I call this the future. So ellos van a escribir. So they are going to write a letter. So it's not they write a letter, they're going to. So it's in the future. So they are going to write a letter. Again, they are going to write a letter. So whenever you use a form of ir, which is a van, plus a, doesn't really have a translation, it always stays with it. And then escribir, your infinitive verb, that means it's going to happen in the future. Okay? So stay tuned for parts 3 and beyond. Adios.